So not too long ago, I got the idea that I wanted to make a custom racing singlet. I wanted to make this singlet have a Dragon Ball theme. For those of you who don't know, Dragon Ball was a cartoon TV series that started broadcasting in 1986. The original Dragon Ball then eventually evolved into Dragon Ball Z, and then into the series that we don't speak of, and is currently running in the form of Dragon Ball Super. As many of you have already figured out, I am a huge Dragon Ball fan. So I figured the best character to emulate is obviously the main character Goku, who is all about training really hard, finding where his limits are, and trying to find new ways to reach new limits. And that's all stuff that distance running is all about, and certainly stuff that I love doing. So the first step was to find a good singlet that matched Goku's color scheme. I know this varies a little bit at different points in the series, but for the most part, it's mostly his orange suit and then the navy blue training shirt that he wears underneath the orange suit. So the best thing that I found was this New Balance singlet that is orange on the front and navy blue on the back. It was actually pretty difficult to find this singlet in my size because I think New Balance stopped making it a while ago, but eventually I found one. In person, unfortunately the orange is a little bit brighter than it looked in the picture, but it's still close enough. So the next step was now to fill out this singlet a little bit and come up with a design. I knew that I somehow wanted to incorporate the symbols that Goku wore at different points to represent his teachers. One of these symbols is the symbol of the turtle hermit, which Goku wore and represented after he trained under Master Roshi as a child. The other symbol is King Kai's symbol, who he trained under before fighting Vegeta. So the last thing that I wanted to do for this jersey was to come up with some sort of a team name, even though it's just me. A lot of the team names you'll see nowadays are something with Running Project or with Track Club or with Elite, but I just went with the standard Track Club. So I was trying to think of different words from the Dragon Ball series that would kind of fit my mantra of racing. So eventually I think I did come up with the perfect word for this. I designed and laid everything out myself, and I just had it taken to a printing shop to have it printed on the singlet. I just figured some of you other Dragon Ball nerds out there would like to see the jersey and the thought that went into it. So finally, here's my new custom racing singlet. So starting with the back of the jersey, that's where I put King Kai's symbol because that's typically where Goku wore that symbol. I feel like it's kind of an iconic symbol in Dragon Ball Z, and even the smallest of Dragon Ball Z fans can recognize that. So then on the front of the singlet, up here on the chest is where I put Master Roshi's symbol to put that opposite of the New Balance symbol up here. And then the name that I decided on was Kaioken Track Club. I threw in a couple of 4-star Dragon Balls there to add to the design as well. The 4-star ball is the most iconic of the 7 Dragon Balls because that's what Goku had to remember his grandpa as a child. So just to get a full look at the singlet, here's the front, and here's the back. So why did I go with Kaioken for the name? The Kaioken technique is something that Goku uses to amplify his speed, his power, all of his senses, and everything for a short period of time. And I feel like that's what you want to do in racing. However, Goku can only use this technique for short periods of time, and it puts his body at a major risk. So he should only use it when it's absolutely necessary. All of that goes along with my racing philosophy as well. 1, you want to save your absolute best for race time when it matters the most. And 2, part of my racing philosophy in distance running is that less is more. I think that's the case because distance races do take their toll on the body, and they can take a lot out of you physically and mentally. So I do believe that racing too often can take away from the chances of a good peak, whether that be for physical or psychological reasons. So I can't wait to start rocking this bad boy in races, the first of which being the Houston Half Marathon on January 14th. See you for the next video.